51.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Nowhere. Absolutely.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Good job right there. Short. Kill. Spot that.
Now it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Run left. Check. Check.
Here's Wilson to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
25.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Now he's flushed out right, and his pass incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. He sets to fire deep. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield, and he's got the hook up to Landry. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. They run with Hunt, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. From the red zone now, Mayfield. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. We're scoreless after 1. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13. Mayfield looks to throw. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. This is Carson, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
29 is the mark. 29.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Check three.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. On first down, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 45. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. He'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Mike's by 4. Hurry. Let's go, heavy. Kings. Heavy. What you got?
Now Mayfield.
Here we go. Check.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
Mike 29. You remember me? Let's go, baby. Pick the edge.
Check. Go, guys. 4 down. Let's go double count right here. Double count.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Going for it all. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Josh Gordon, 27 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Mayfield throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Kareem Hunt, his running back, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Trying to get it to Landry there, but now it'll be 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
That's the way.
And again, it's Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal. Here's Mayfield. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry, as the first half is winding down. And once again, the Browns are back in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Go. 40, 40, 40.
36.
Hey, check 24. Go, 14.
Zoom.
Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Dancing to his left. He lets it fly for Lockett. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this 2nd half. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Browns are going to get the 2nd half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the 2nd half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Watch twist, watch. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield to throw it this time. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney, his second sack of the night.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Watch the fly, watch the fly. Watch the fly, motion, pop, pop, pop. Check, check, check. Alert, 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 alert. Hurry, watch the motion.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker.
4th down.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
It's our time. Pistol, pistol, pistol. Sponge, sponge. Up, up. No, no, no. Bravo. Deuce, deuce, deuce.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it in without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. To throw, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. They'll give it to Chubb. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Flush to his right. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Being chased out left. And got his man complete. 3 quarters in the books. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
18, 19. Check three.
From the shotgun, Wilson eluding the pressure right. He'll take a shot for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Check 99. Check 99.
Run left. Alert. That's it.
Wilson throwing again. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Larry Ogunjobi breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Steps away to his left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
180. Let's go, D. Check
On the ground, it's Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run.
And now look at him go. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out for this, I never switch, you never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist,
I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got choked, long. Say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Crap. Watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all in the wrist,
the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up their octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition, man. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? Rep for your bro, for your post, department, your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat for the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend, sweet. This sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn it out the clay. Do what you could. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flyer field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead trying. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or up bed. Do what you can to do, make your next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Mike 51. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Kill. Check.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's 2nd down. Run coverage excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss?
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now the former Notre Damer. This is C.J. Prosise. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
And this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Bang, 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 bang.
On the run, this is Hilliard. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. On 2nd down, Hilliard. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 30, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Dontrell Hilliard, 63 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Mike 29. I got you.
On third down, Wilson. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a fourth down. Here we go on fourth with Wilson. Forced out to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Travis Carey.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
He finds his target, Beckham. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
Defense wins championships, baby. Pistol. Rush in.
Throwing, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up third down and 6 yards to go.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing third down. From the gun, Mayfield. Flush to his right, to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DV, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on fourth and goal.
Real.
Now Mayfield on fourth down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Dontrell Hilliard with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And an alley to run. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They'll run on first down. Hilliard, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll run. It's Hilliard. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
That's it. That's it. Big hit.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. Flushed out right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On first down, it's Carson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Carson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Wilson to throw. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in? And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go, let's go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll keep it on the ground again here.
Get there, get
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Regular. Pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
On third down, Mayfield. He completes it to Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Browns, first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now a give, right side. Hilliard, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They'll run again with Hilliard, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him. You thought we'd see pressure. You weren't kidding.
Yeah, I thought that they'd be very aggressive in that type of a situation. And that's what they call getting home, because home is where the quarterback is.
And where the heart is.
And that heart just got shattered in 1,000 pieces.
Great coverage there. Holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
Here we go. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
At the 42-yard line.
Hey, 0-0-0.
Motion to the backfield.
On second down now, it's Carson. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
It's coming. Go down. 4 down. Single. Slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Reload.
On third down, Wilson.
Check.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
They don't want it.
Run left.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Pick your game up. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
4 down.
Together, defense. Let's get it.
Good job right there.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Good touch.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. He's got a first down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4.
57's the Mike. Watch the run.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camp.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 87 yards. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
The receivers have been running them ragged, maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? Third and 4.
Run.
Mayfield to throw it.
Tight down. There you go.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a carry here for Hilliard. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Seahawks 37-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
Here we go, D.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
3rd and 4.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
X3. 218.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Now Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he is going to get this one back to the...
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer.